Alright, so just don't read too much into the fact that he's asking you to go to the room where everyone seems to be getting semi-murdered. Just a little murdered. It's fine. We're fine.
De さっきの話やが、馬場ちゃんが真島をやったっちゅう北方組の人間やっちゅうのはほんまか？
ええ、そうです。でも高坂さん、俺が北方組の人間だったとしてシャバの事件とは関係が？
そんなことは分かっている。私が気にしているのはお前らの身の安全だ。
安全って一体どういうことですか？
どうも引っかかるんだ。今回の一件、あらかじめ全てが仕組まれていたことのように感じる。
どういうことや？
半年前に集団で入所してきたあの国原のグループ、それと共に始まった冴島への暴行。連中の目的はお前の刑期延長だった。そこに来て波紋の話。仮釈放の手続きを私が進めた途端、国原たちは手口を変え、馬場を罠にはめることで冴島の仮釈放が取り消されるよう仕組んできた。なぜそこまでしてお前の刑期を延長する必要がある？
冴島の兄貴に復讐させないためですか？
その可能性はある。もしかしたら国原たちは事前に真島が殺されるということを知らされていて、冴島がここから出て北方組に復讐できないよう足止め役として送り込まれた人間なのかもしれない。
確かに北方組は大きな組です。でも囚人を送り込めたとしても法務省に圧力をかけるような力があるとはとても。
ああ、そうだ。もし法務省に手を回すことができるとすれば、そんな組織は2つしか存在しない。一つは関西の近江連合、それにもう一つは。
そうか。つまり釘原たちは登場界の息がかかった連中ちゅうことか。
え？
ああ。もしこの推測が当たっているとしたら、話の規模からしてそう考えるのが妥当だろうな。
ちょっと何言ってるんですか？なんで登場界が身内の人間にそんなことをする必要があるんですか？
裏切り者がおるっちゅうことや。登場界の内部にな。
裏切り？
冴島は2年前この刑務所に入るとき、刑期を終えたら登場界の若頭に就任する予定になっていたんだ。
兄貴が若頭？
とにかく登場界はどうにかして冴島の力を封じ込める必要があったんだろう。
まさかそれで波紋を？
しかし、ただ破門しただけでは逆に刑期短縮、仮釈放が許可される可能性が高まる。だから法務省にまで手を回し、今度は仮釈放の申請を却下した。この網走に冴島大河という力を封じ込めるためにな。おそらくそういうことだろう。持っていけ。
これは
さっきいた運動場の一番奥、南西の門。その裏にスノーモービルが止めてある。その鍵だ。
どういうことや？
脱獄しろ。ここから。
何やと？
ついさっきうちの所長が死んだ。死因は調査中だが他殺の線が濃厚なようだ。
なんで所長が？
所長は冴島の仮釈放が却下された理由を聞くため東京に向かう途中だった。だが札幌空港でタクシーから降りたところ、何者かに襲撃されたらしい。それだけじゃない。今日の午後には新たに100名近くの服役囚が移送されてくる。通常では考えられない数字だ。おそらく何かの目的があって移送されてきた人間に違いない。
それって兄貴を殺すための資格ってことじゃ？
事態は我々が考えるより大きくなっているんだ。このままでは確実に冴島、それにこの件に関わった馬場も殺されることになるだろう。そうなる前に何としてもこの危機を回避しなくてはならない。
せやけどこないなこと許したらあんたの身も。
覚悟の上だ。私は職を辞すことに後悔はない。それよりもこの刑務所が更生を促すための施設であり続けることの方が重要だ。
こうさか。
冴島さん、それに馬場さん、もうあなた方は囚人ではありません。あなたたちは十分に罪を償った。これ以上私がここであなたたちに更生を促す必要はない。ここから出て本当の敵、所長を葬った真の敵を見つけてください。深夜同房の囚人が眠ったのを確認したら房を出てください。刑務官に命じて鍵は開けさせておきます。署内を出たらそのままグラウンドを突っ切って南西門から脱出してください。その時間なら釘原たち他の囚人たちの妨害にも遭わないで済むでしょ
う。分かった。
最後に一つだけ約束してください。
何や。
もし犯人を見つけることができたら、その時は決して殺さず必ずその男を生かして刑務所に送ってやってください。そこから先は私たちの仕事ですから。
約束する。
お願いします。
He sounded so cool until that.
何だったんです？副所長の話ってのは。
別に大した話じゃなかったですよ。仮釈放の申請を改めてするって話でね、兄貴。
ああ。
そっかー、2人揃って仮釈放か。寂しくなるな。で、冴島さん、ここ出たらどこ行くんです？月見野に行って例の兄弟分を殺した男を探すとか。
ま、そうなるやろな。
それじゃあ冴島さんとはまた近々会えるかもしれませんね。
なんで？
だってほら、それって復讐しに行くってことでしょ。殺人罪でまたここに戻ってきちゃったりして。
おい日村、縁起でもねえこと言うもんじゃねえぞ。
そうですよ。冴島の兄貴がそんなことするわけないじゃないですか。
でも殺された人、冴島さんの親友なんでしょ。冴島さんの性格からして黙っておけるわけないんじゃないかと思って。あれ、怒っちゃいました？
別にええよ。そう思うんが普通やろからな。せやけど俺は復讐はせえへん。俺自身は兄弟を殺した北方っちゅう男に直接恨みがあるわけやないんやからな。
じゃあ何のためにそいつ探すんです？
俺は知りたいだけなんや。兄弟を殺した男がどんなやつなんか直接会うて話が聞きたい。
話してどうするんです？警察に突き出すとか。
別に何もせえへんと思う。
はあ？何ですかそれ。
俺は聞きたいんや。この世で一番強いと思っとったあの兄弟がなんて言うて死んでいったんかもな。それが北方の口から聞ければそれでええ。
それで兄弟を殺した相手の恨みは消えるんすか？
もしほんまに兄弟が殺されたんやったらそれは弱なった兄弟のせいや。殺したやつのせいやない。人に命取られるようなやわなやつになってしもたんか、それか犯人がもっと強いやつやったんか、どっちかや。
なんか深いんだか浅いんだがよくわかんねえ考え方ですね。
まだ俺は兄弟が死んだとは信じられへん。せやからそれを確かめたい。それだけ。俺の勝ちや。
ああ来たね。最後に2で革命って。札幌のローカルルールじゃそれなしなんすよ。ずるいね。はあ、それじゃあ 冴島さんと馬場ちゃんとこうしていられんのも残りわずかっちゅうことで、例のあれやっときますか。
ん？例のってあの妄想ゲームか？
でもあれゲームっていうか日村さんの武勇伝だからな。
どうです冴島さん、いいでしょ今夜くらい。
そうやな。またおもろい妄想させてもらうかな。
それじゃ行きますよ。まずは
We're doing this again? Is this necessary? We're about to get out. Oh, here we are again. Okay. God, that I'm so the deputy warden. It's like he's making this big move because he knows that the system is corrupt and that something deeply fucked up is happening, and that really nakedly a bunch of people are being brought in to kill Saejima. But then after all that, even though the warden was murdered and everything, and he's resigning for integrity, he's then like, but don't kill the bad guy. You should turn him into this system so that we can deal with him. And I'm like, who's we? You're resigning because of integrity, right? Like, who? The system is overtly corrupt and you're gonna trust justice to it at that point? Like, it's very self-contradictory in like a frustrating, like always always uphold the system is what's always right sort of way. And it's like, but it's very overtly not right. Like, it very clearly is like, it starts to become a cartoonish, like, the long-term meta-narrative of Batman where he keeps not killing anybody, so he turns everybody into Arkham, but that place seems to have like a revolving door policy because everybody just gets back out the moment the writers want to reintroduce that villain. Like, they do it because they want to keep certain villains around forever and reuse them, so they just have them escape Arkham again, but it makes Batman look like an idiot and kind of an asshole for continually putting these people that kill so many people back into a place that does not seem to do anything about their behavior and does not rehabilitate them, but also they seems to very easily have them escape over and over again. It's just like, it's not the same thing as advocating for the idea that people should just kill the bad guy in each narrative or whatever, but like his approach is so overtly a bad idea that you're like, what is he doing? This is clearly a self-defeating philosophy that doesn't work in this universe or whatever. I don't know. The idea that given this incredibly fraught scenario, your solution that you propose is the idea that you should turn the guy into this system when he's the one that's probably making it do this in the first place, is like, but he runs the system basically. Like, what are you doing? Why would you turn him into his own system and expect justice? It's an incredibly it's insane. Anyway, I guess we're gonna just get our mileage worth out of this. Like, I have mixed feelings on this stuff. On one hand, it's this dude's made-up stories, so it's extra made-up and mostly irrelevant to stuff, and the filter is kind of excessive. It also might be a location that only exists for these, and it isn't even, you might not ever get to be here otherwise, which is interesting on that level, but narratively it's interesting that they're in prison, so in order to cope with that, they have to, like, imagine it's some sort of outside place and do something with that. I wish that the segments were shorter and there were more of them, and you got to experience the different perspectives of the cellmates and the types of stories they tell, and they had more fun with it. Because instead, they did hit this one guy, and it was very time-consuming, and it was the worst time. And they chose they chose it as a very poor time to be like, and now let's introduce the cabaret mechanic. Let's do this dating thing that they recycle from game to game, and it's very time-consuming and slow and vapid. And I very much like. There are games in this series where I like running the cabaret more than other games in this series where it's really tedious and boring, but I never like going to a cabaret because the weird pseudo dates are very boring to sit through. And so putting one in the main story is not a great way to ingratiate this little segment. But I guess that's what they're thinking of. It's just I would have preferred a scripted conversation with the cabaret girl instead of playing the cabaret minigame instead. But I'm bummed out we haven't gotten to like see everybody's different versions of like what they would do outside or what they claim to have done outside or something. Instead we're doing this guy twice apparently. But now the timing's also weird because we don't need the escapism in the same way because we're about to get out tonight. And so mechanically it feels like these exist to give the player some variety and get them out of prison so they're not really bored to tears by this whole segment where Majima spends 2 chapters of his 4-chapter campaign in prison. But like we're about to have a prison break, which I can like practically guarantee we'll have combat or some kind of interesting like scenes. So instead it's like this weird like interruption right before we get to the good part. We're gonna do like a made-up fantasy thing. Like maybe it'll impress me, maybe something cool will happen, but like pacing wise this feels like the worst time to have this interruption because we're about to do the interesting thing that we've been building up to for over a chapter. At least it ain't hard to imagine this being the second time. Yeah, looking real good. So what's your tall tale today? Well, now that you know I'm a former detective, let me tell you about a big case I broke wide open. You want me to pretend to be a cop while I'm behind bars? Odd notion, but I guess it's a change of scenery. Better change my look again, though. It ain't the right garb for a cop, but it's the only costume we've made, so limited resources and all that. Don't look too closely at this town. If the blue filter was gone, you'd probably see that it's just Kamurocho, but like the building's rearranged slightly. But like like if we never actually get to visit this location, I bet that this level consists entirely of recycled locations from Kamurocho and the Kiryu's Chapter 1 location, and maybe even any other places like Sotenbori or Okinawa, and then just sort of like mashed together to look new, and then they make it all look blue so you don't look too close at it. It doesn't matter. Just let me start the story. Alright, it begins in this bar in Lavender Street. Let's go there. The place is called Ambitious. This won't be on the nose at all. It's very funny that it's a resource limitation, right? But the result is that it seems to imply that Saejima is so unimaginative that he can only imagine himself how he's dressed right now or how he's dressed outside, and he can't imagine himself dressed like a cop. But it's mostly because they just didn't make a model for it. But it ends up being a part of his character, whether they meant for it to be or not. Saejima-san, what a busy man you are. You're late. Hey, I thought we were working on one of your cases. Well, you see, on this particular night, I had an after-hours date with my beloved Kaguya-chan. Together we walked to Ambitious, a local bar. It'll be mysteriously not blue for— oh, it is blue! Why is it sometimes blue, but other parts aren't blue? I don't understand. Could they not get the blue filter to work with the mini games? Because you play a karaoke mini game and you play a cabaret mini game. Did that stop you from doing the blue filter? These parts are weird because they are like making us do a series of the open world mini games that are optional, but now they're mandatory parts of the story. Oh, they have darts and a pool table. If you care to play, I think it'd prove quite the challenge for you. I'm pretty good at these games. Sure. Pool. I do not like darts very much. It's more playable in video games than in real life, where I'm completely inept. But I really enjoy pool, both in video games and in real life, even though it is very, very difficult in real life and surprisingly easy in video games in many cases. Let's shoot some pool. I'll tell you right now, I won't be taking it easy on you. And neither will I take it easy on you. Is the color filter gonna... It did! The color filter disappears whenever we play a mini game. That's what's happening. Okay. I only know how to play 8-ball. The hardest game of pool I've ever played, though, was when I tried to play it in VR chat. And that is... I could not get the controls to work. Dot mode. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Or I'll lose. It doesn't probably matter. Banking. Well, you kiss the away ball, knock the other balls in the pockets. Banking. Before playing, must decide who plays first. Each player strikes the cue ball. The player whose ball stops closest to them goes first. The player whose ball stops closest to them? So you want to bounce it off the backboard back towards yourself without it then bouncing back again? Is that the idea? I totally thought we were supposed to like make it stop as close to the other side as possible. Yeah, it has to bounce. Okay, I've never done banking before. Oh god. Oh, you no! I didn't push it forward. Oh well. Ah, yeah, they're doing the thing where you have a weird iffy control scheme thing you gotta figure out how to play around. Okay, so we use the right stick to control the shot power. No like sliders where a meter fills and empties over and over again or whatever, like in a golf game. You know, I figured this part out. I'm gonna mostly ignore this stuff because we get it. I don't need to read all this out. It'll take twice as long. Thought I was going first. Okay, that's what I thought. I said, now have a try for yourself. I'm like, no, it's her turn. She didn't sink a single ball. Making it easy for me. Ish. Since I fucked this up. This feels weird. I gotta get used to this. I am solids. Highs and lows? What? Oh, are all the solid numbers low numbers? Is that always true? I don't know, it's always been stripes and solids. I never had to think about that, I guess. There we go. I'm like, how do I get out of this? I don't mean to be firing at that right now. Could probably plan better than that. You practically get to cheat in a digital pool. Because of how many helpful guides they give you. Well, that didn't work out. I have no idea how my shot power works most of the time. He just immediately sinks the 8-ball and the match is over. Yeah, for those that aren't filled in, my goal, since I knocked in a solid one, which means it's not striped, it's aside from the like that one there, that red one, there's a little number with a circle around it, but the rest of it's one solid color. Whereas these two that are right next to me are striped because there's two big Like the North and South Pole are big white areas. My goal, since I knocked in a solid, is to knock in all the other solids, and her goal is to knock in all of the stripes. And if I don't knock one, if I knock one in, then I get another turn. If I don't knock one in, then it's her turn. And if either of us knocks in the 8 ball, then they lose immediately. That is the game. There's pool, basically. Figured I should give a little help. Oh, this is weird controls from this angle. That is unlikely to work that way. But what if I do anyway? Oh, I didn't even hit it! Or did I? No. I thought I was very wrong about how that was gonna collide. Foul. Oh, that's really bad. Because if you foul, they get to, if you foul, then they get to just place the ball wherever they want. Kind of. Oh my god, how many good shots does she have lined up right now? Okay. Oh, that's not very good. It's surrounded by nonsense. Doop-a-doop. Nope. Not what I expected to be the outcome there, but I'll take it. No, yes, no. My angles are all off. None of it's coming together. I'm in trouble. It's a good thing this doesn't matter. Oop. Just keep on dancing. I think that's what there's the thing is saying. All the way down there. Oh, fuck. That's probably not a great angle. The angle's really bad for the 3. I don't know if I love any of my angles. Surprisingly hard to shoot. Like, you see me do the big thrust and then nothing happens. But then I thrust it on, but then I managed to like shoot on accident earlier. I don't love gimmicky motion control style inputs, and that's kind of what's happening here. Obviously, it's not like a Wiimote, but like having it be like you shoot by flicking the right stick. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be kind of finicky to get to do what you want it to do most of the time. But I'm not doing great regardless. Oh! What went in? I'm in trouble. What is a carom shot? Oh! It was my other ball, at least. That's why the carom shot was in green text, is because it was seen as a good thing that I did. Even though I super fucked up. I feel like it's not going in a straight line, which is odd a little bit, because usually it's kind of the point of digital pool. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. But admittedly, my experience with pool in video games tends to come from like 2D like flash games that probably don't have a very advanced physics simulation. Oh. But it could be fun just to have the dumb bubble bobble logic though, because then it's just angles. Watch me fuck this up. Watch me. How? I'm really bad at this game's version of pool.
Yeah.
いけるいける。
大したもんや。
やった。8番をコーナーへ。
Well, she destroyed me. She has to correctly call which pocket she's going to sink the 8-ball into. She did not do it.
あれ？
ま、気にすんなよ。
It's okay, Kaguya. There's zero chance that I will succeed. Eh.
なんや。
8番をコーナーへ。 今日めっさ調子いい。
ま、こんな日もあるわ。
She did it. 50% accuracy. Wow. Well, I got a Karam shot, so... Psh. I don't even know what that means. I think it's just when you knock something else in that isn't the original ball. But I think a Karam shot's probably more planned and coordinated than that nightmare. I win! Saejima-san, I must say you need to try harder. Yeah, you're just too good. I think I'm better at real pool than what I just played. And so, Saejima-san, I enjoyed a pleasant rendezvous with the lovely Kaguya-chan. Don't pop up like that, you startled me. But I have to reveal the true purpose behind my visit to this place. Eh? What's that? Go ahead and sneak a quick peek to that counter, my friend. Who are they? The Chinese Mafia. My prefecture was keeping tabs on them. An informant had just tipped us off about a weapons deal going down. Look at them. The audacity of these guys. This bar was under Kitakata protection, and yet here they are, talking business in it. So you see, my date was just a cover. It allowed me to observe them up close. Why not just partner with a lady cop? It'd be easier. I needed to look real. Those guys aren't that dumb. Anyway, after a bit, they left. So I bravely went after them. Is something wrong, Saejima-san? Huh? No, it's nothing. Just getting late is all. Let's call it a night. Of course. So long, Saejima-san. I hope to see you at the club again. Uh-huh. See ya. After seeing Kaguya-chan off, I began my pursuit of the mob. Oh, by the way, feel free to wander around. This is your imagination, after all. Karaoke-kan is close by. You remember that place from your last date, right? Oh, yeah. The mobsters are headed to Ramen Village or on East Nakatsuki Street. If you want to chase them, go that way. Got it. If you go play karaoke if you want. There's like almost this weird element, like they're worried you might be starved of open world for 5 minutes, so they need to like, but what if you went and played karaoke in your imagination? It just feels, I don't know, this entire conceit feels very strange. At some point while I was chasing the Mafia, I entered the intersection. Suddenly, hugs and kisses, says the bumper. Did exactly what I did. I too deftly sidestepped their insidious car attack. And I knew my near-death experience wasn't a coincidence. They were aware of my tailing them. But still, I refused to be intimidated, for I was an officer of the law. I resolved to protect the town and bring honor to my proud and noble profession. Well, if they knew it was you the whole time, then the whole female cop excuse doesn't even apply. Weren't you busted for corruption? Ouch. That's a sore point, boss. Come on, let's keep after those mobsters. He just took joy in prodding at him. It was weird hearing his reaction to Majima's death. He's just like, well, that sucks. Anyway, don't have any issue with the guy who did it. It's just Majima wasn't strong enough. What a loser. It just feels strange in that context, but I guess he did get very, very used to not liking Majima. He spent like 20 years hating him. He only liked him for like a little bit and then went right back to jail. It might be a comfortable thing to fall back in, not being too freaked out by his death, I guess. But it's odd. I don't know. Maybe he's putting on a face like he's gonna be behaving when he's lying or something. Yep, they were well aware of being tailed. So what'd you do? You really need to ask? I fought them. To protect the town. Huh, what a load. But fine, let's do this. To protect the world from devastation. How exactly was Team Rocket ever gonna... Oh. How exactly was Team Rocket ever going to unite the peoples of their nation? That seems like not related to any of the behaviors they're up to. Hello. You live here now. I mean dead. You're dead here now. Bike! No! Don't waste my bike. That's weird. The bike very specifically has a 3-hit combo, but that bike only had 2 durability in its first 2 phases, so you couldn't do the full combo unless you missed. I have weapons! Like, the spin is the cool part. Oh wait, did it just gain more hits from me gaining weapon skill? Is that how it works? I think I saw it literally gain durability mid-combo for my weapon skill going up. And so I once again saved the town from peril. Applause, please. Mighty heroic of you. Oh, come on, all this talk of being a former detective. It's all a pack of lies, right? I would never. How could you accuse me of such a thing? Whatever, man. What was that? Nothing. That was fun. I think that's enough, though. Alrighty. Are you thinking he's a con artist? Saejima, and was never a detective? Professional liar? Y'all rearranged what beds you sleep in? You guys just switch off from night to night? You think they'd have preferences?
やすさんの言った通りっすね。でもマジで寂しくなりますね。
まあな。そんなことより、あとは今日移送されてきた囚人たちが動き出さなきゃいいんだがな。
そん時はそん時でしょ。大丈夫。きっとあの二人ならそれでも逃げ出せますって。
ここ出たらグラウンドやな。
ええ。
あれは
兄貴、これは一体。
It was wolves.
逃げろ冴島、逃げるんだ。
高坂、
すまない、俺の力では止められなかった。だからどうにかして自力で逃げ。
高坂、高坂。
どこに行くつもりだ冴島。
国原、お前
てめえに逃げられちまったらせっかく呼び寄せた兵隊たち無駄になっちまうじゃねえかよ。もっと俺らと仲良く楽しもうぜ。
馬場ちゃん、
はい。
あんなクズでも高坂藩は生かせっちゅうやろか。
言うんじゃないですかね、高坂さんなら。
そうか。よう聞けや。お前らは殺さん。その代わりこの世には死ぬより辛い生き方があるっちゅうことをその体に教えたるわ。生き残ったこと後悔させたる。お前らが死ぬ瞬間までずっとな。
We really have just reached Dynasty Warriors levels of stuff where we just accept that Kiryu and Saejima could just take on like 100 dudes just kind of on the fly. Man, prison doesn't have any bicycles. Can I even grab? I can't even go in there, can I? I just bowl through them. Oh, yes, I can. Ooh, what's this? Oh, whoa, what's this? How do I throw people again? Ow. Ow. I just got hit by my friend. Ow. Wait. How? More of a slab of iron, really. Ah. This is so stupid. I did it a couple times. Alright, stick. Somebody's getting a goddamn heat action. I'm having trouble triggering any. Alright, you get eat now. We gotta hurry to the southwest gate, Baba-chan. Ah. Oh no, someone came after us. The impact of this is somewhat reduced by the fact that we just did this with Kiryu. Uh-oh. There's something kind of funny about the commitment to showing the they died flash of white when there's just so many people here. You, come here. Oh, I was gonna hit you with that guy, but I guess not. Ah, obligatory boss fight. Starting to feel like just killing him would have been a lot easier than all this mess. Playing games with him for 6 months to extend his sentence for funsies. Ow, he keeps slapping my head. He's a head slapper. No, you get grabbed. No, you get grabbed. You're gonna get grabbed. Yeah. Is there an invisible wall here? Yes. You wanna help out, Baba? Baba is you. Please hit guy. Ow. He's just watching. Stop watching and help! guy's starting to feel like the new version of Taser Guy a little bit. Just kind of obnoxiously hard to hit. Alright, well I got things to spend. Oh, 3 levels worth, okay. Essence of bell ringing when they bounce off a wall. Still enemy's weapon. Throw people more easily. Maximum health. Hold down Y when you grab somebody. XXX then Y during a super double combo. I'm not totally sure what that means. Oh wow, Ointment's pretty strong. Now I can grab people more easily. Get fucked, bro. None of my items give me heat, though. Alright, my next upgrade was taunt. Hold Y. No! I wanted to hold Y. Do I do it now? Is this part where I do it? Ah, fuck. How do I hold Y to do a knee drop or whatever? Wait, was that, did I get that or was that the next thing I would have got? You know, I got that. I guess I don't understand the directions that it gave me. Can't block all of it. Or maybe you can, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to fight him. I mean, eventually I got there, but it felt like just chipping.
そんなありえない。
信じられない。この人数相手に勝つなんて。
後の処理は自分でせえ。切るなり焼くなりしたら生き残る方法くらいあるやろ。お前は極道相手に戦争をふっかけたんや。こんくらいの覚悟できとったはずやろ。
殺さないで。
殺さへんよ。高坂藩との約束やからな。いけるか、馬場ちゃん。
はい。
クソが生かしてたまるかよ。死ね冴島。
刑務官の拳銃って旧式で使いにくいんだよな。当たんないかと思って。
日村さん。
捜査一課の刑事だったんだよ俺。これで俺が月見野の武勇伝 持ってたわけじゃないって信じてもらえます？冴島さん。
日村。
副所長なら大島のおやつさんが手当てしてます。どうにか一命は取り留められそうだって。
ほんまか？
ほら、大島のおやつさん隠れて薬溜め込んで他の囚人に回してたりしてたでしょ。あれ昔の癖なんですって。なんか若い頃は医者もかじってたみたいですよ。ほんといろいろ裏のある人ですよね、あの人も。
よかった。
早く行ってください。何分か前に俺が警察とレスキュー呼びましたから。今行かないと捕まっちゃいますよ。
お前らどうするんや？
決まってるじゃないですか。ここでちゃんと刑期を終えるまで服役します。
一緒に行かなくていいんですか？
俺らがここにいないと何があったのか証言できる人もいないっしょ。それに今脱獄してもこの雪じゃ捕まる前に遭難でもして死ぬのは目に見えてるから。
日村さん、
馬場ちゃんたちこそ気をつけて。ここから出られたとしても外の方がよっぽど危ないんだからね。この季節は2メートル近い人食いグマも出るって言うしさ。
またそんな、こんな時まで話持って。
だから本当なんだって。まあいいや、早く行って。
恩に切る。
ええ、俺が出所したら飯でもおごってください。
任せとき。めっちゃうまいホルモン焼き死ぬほど食わせたるわ。
なんで？カルビとかのがいいんですけど。
ほら。
アクセル全開で突っ切りましょう。
ああ、しっかり捕まっとけや、馬場ちゃん。
Now I'm sure the bear's gonna be real, by the way. Oh god, we're doing this. A minute ago when he fucking pulled out another fucking villain, gets downed, and then pulls a gun when everyone's back is turned. I'm like, are we fucking doing this again? I thought we were about to kill off the kid just like that, because they keep doing that shit. But nope, it was a fake out. At least this time there wasn't very obviously a gun in play when the gun was surprise revealed, because other times in this franchise, everyone knows there's a gun, and for some reason just doesn't pay attention to the gun that everyone knows is there. Oh, hello. This is a really ambitious Yakuza game, isn't it? It's got a bunch of, like, weird, unique segments, and a bunch of locations, and a franchise not known for having a bunch of locations. I'm kind of chill with the fact that Yakuza just uses one location mostly, though. I can hang out in Kamurocho kind of forever. I like the ritual of coming back like once a year and it changes again, like somebody's actual town would. That was absolutely brutal. He pounded that guy's wrist into like powder. Like, that's why he was like, do what you have to do, lop it off if you have to keep living. It's like, yeah, I don't. At some point, I don't know if you can put a wrist back together. There's fractured and broken, and then there's just like whatever comical level of bad news that became. All right, they gave me an X button to tackle on that control scheme. I was wondering when that was going to come up. Oop. Whoa! Fuck all of them, apparently. I think I mostly just need to make... What? Do they have a rocket launcher? Oh my god. It's a disturbing bridge. This reminds me when Out of Nowhere... It reminds me of when Out of Nowhere Yakuza 0 had these freaking... like gun shooting out of a car on the highway segments with Kiryu. And he would like fire a rocket launcher sometimes, and I'm like, I think Kiryu might have killed people. I don't know if I can keep accepting the idea that he doesn't. Dude, they're also bad at doing that. But they keep driving into it anyway. I'm holding it the whole time. The game's kind of glitching out, maybe? My guy's freaking out. What do I have to hammer it or something? Oh. I guess they were just reminding me that I should be going fast because that was gonna come soon.
Ah! Mama! どうした?
力が入らない。
ママ!
The bear is real. Is Saejima about to have his fucking tiger drop moment? What? Oh my god. Oh, how many health bars does he have? Oh, I didn't even hurt him. Oh, that hurt him. Only that did, though. He only sometimes hurt him? Okay, heavy hits work. Yep. Okay, I should do that basically. So it lets me transition to the heavy hits as fast as possible. Oh, that didn't hurt him that time. Ah! He's trying to eat me! This is absurd. This is so absurd. How do I even do a heat action in this part? Oop. Can't think of any of mine that apply. Ah, yes, the famously fast and stealthy bear. You know, you're actually more related to dogs. Ow. I feel like I might actually do more damage per punch than he does. Like, even percentage-wise. This is surprisingly an easier boss fight than the last one. Puh. Ride him! Ride the bear! Ride the bear! You coward! You didn't ride the bear. disappointed in you. Anyway, bye. You've earned the bear's respect. Now die in the woods.
いやあかん俺はこないなとこで死ぬわけには。
Oh yeah, just casually pick up Saejima. That's doable. Did you find the other guy? We're just gonna let where he ended up dangle? Alright. Well, I gotta take it back to this, which is that, like, this shit was coming. And some dude thought that the best way to pace this storytelling was to put a 20-minute game of pool in the middle of it, right before the fucking prison break. Like, dude, everyone's just waiting for the thing to start. And then when the thing starts, it's like that. You're like, what? Why did you do that?